This is a review of the Sunnytech hot air Stirling engine. It's a single flywheel engine and it has two cylinders that are used to create the action to rotate this flywheel. These parts here are glass and they're wrapped very carefully to avoid breakage during shipping. In addition, you get an extra set of gaskets that you can use. In addition, it comes with an instruction manual that's written in Chinese and in English. Inside the packaging, you'll find two glass chambers for the hot part of the cylinder. That's this one over here. It slides over these O-rings to create a seal. You have an extra one in case the first one gets broken, and I didn't unwrap it for obvious reasons. I'm only going to use one. Here's the source of the heat. You have to use a very clean and hot burning fuel. In our case, we're going to use 95% denatured alcohol. The higher the purity of the alcohol, the hotter the flame and the cleaner burning it is. On this, you'll also find two wicks, and you'll find a cap that the wicks will go through, and you light it after you fill it with the alcohol, and you want to fill it about 2/3 full. Make sure that when you're done that the wick is no longer burning. You have to snuff it out, and never try to fill it when it's burning. If there's any alcohol left in the container here, you can remove this copper piece or this brass piece and use this cork to plug it so it doesn't evaporate. To assemble this, you want to take this cylinder, press it over the top here, like so, all the way back to get a good seal, and when you do that, you've got a nice tight chamber. What the process is here is that when you have this assembled and you have this sitting under here, the flame will heat the air inside of this and push that cylinder back. So it starts to push it back like so, and when it does, this side over here will suck in cold air, and the return cycle presses cold air into here, and when it does that, it cools this and it collapses. So it starts the motion, and it's supposed to run very, very quickly. When it's running, this flywheel will rotate between 1300 and 1500 RPM. That's really moving out. This is made of high quality aluminum, nicely machined. It looks nice. This is a soft pine wooden block. It's not finished, and it's designed that you can take it and stain it to match your desk, any color of stain you want to use, or any kind of paint. This makes a nice conversation piece to put on your desk. I can see some mechanical engineers really going crazy over having this as an exhibition piece on their desk. This is designed with this flywheel, and you'll notice here you have a little pulley down here going down, the black pulley. This is actually a small generator. It'll actually generate electricity and light this LED up. I just wanted to point out that I purchased this at Home Depot. It's about $6.80 a can. It's a 95% denatured alcohol, very clean burning fuel. That's what's kind of recommended. The hotter the flame, the cleaner burning, the faster this is going to run. And the other thing is the cleaner burning is going to keep your little glass cylinder from getting all sooty. Here you can see I filled the small bottle about 2/3 to 3/4 full, and I've got the wick inserted and it's damp with the alcohol. I'm going to light it with this. You're supposed to wait about 20 seconds and then spin the flywheel, and it should start. If it doesn't, wait 10-15 more seconds and try it again. Here we go. I think it's going. It's such a clean flame it's hard to see. It's almost a clear blue flame. We're going to let it get warm. There you go. This is really an amazing device, and if you look down here you can see the LED flashing different colors as it's generating electricity. probably can't tell it, but it's going faster and faster and faster as it wears in a little bit and as it gets warmer. I can now see the flame even coming above the glass part of the cylinder. Make sure when you're demonstrating this or kids are using it, this can get very hot. Never touch the glass cylinder and never try to touch anything that's been hot like the metal pieces. I want to point out that this does tend to walk. You want to make sure that you hold on to it because you don't want it to walk off the table because it does have a flammable liquid in it. This device was invented in 1816 by Robert Stirling, and you can see it's an amazing device. It's a good way to teach children about thermodynamics. The expanding air, which is what it's running on, is expanding, pushing back the cylinder. It gets back here, it injects cool air, it collapses, and continues the cycle on and on. You can see it's a fast and easy way to create electricity. This is what is called an external combustion engine. This is an amazing device. It works so easily, it's unbelievable. It's a highly efficient example of how to generate electricity using pretty clean fuels and also using the expanding gas in this case, which is I wanted to shoot this shot just to show you the speed at which this is turning. And you probably can't see it, but the flame is coming up about as high as my finger. So it is pretty high and it is very, very hot. I just wanted to show that it is possible to carefully pick up the flame, take it out if you wanted to, and the engine will slowly die down and shut off. And then you can smother out the flame. This is a real imaginative toy. It's good for the student who has a good imagination, wants to learn about science. Frankly, it also stained up and looking real nice would make an excellent presentation on somebody's desk. This is an excellent product. It works perfectly. I rated it 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you that I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one it would be fair and honest.